So it doesn't get much bigger than this. Third game of the grand final. We've got the Maroons in red. We've got Finland in blue and the Legends in green. And the prelude to this game is that the only team to have destroyed a base at this point is Finland, who have got one base. The first two games of the three-game grand final were pretty much lockdown games. So we can see here the Maroons feel like they're behind and they've gone aggressive at the start of this game. They know they have to catch up in this final series. So they've sent players straight over to green to hit the Legends up. So we've got Ace holding this back door of green. Shaz comes in, gets tagged. Cans comes in, Bulldot comes in, and they get easily accounted for by Slick and Trigger Happy. Slick finishes off Cans. Looks like the Legends are happy to hold at this stage. Punisher's just milling around the back, making it hard for the Maroons to get to the door in the first place. Bulldot gets tagged, doubles with Slick. In comes Cans, in comes Shaz. Trigger Happy accounts for them. Ace is waiting for them at the other side. So the Legends are doing a good job of holding the Maroons up at this point. So they've taken Trigger Happy out, but Ace is there ready to back up. Slick's at the door. Butzer and Beefy are waiting back at red base. So they've attacked with 3. Here come the Finland player, that's Jugas. Takes out both the defenders on the first wave and takes the base. So, not a great start for the Maroons. In comes Cans. Gets taken out by Trigger Happy and Slick. Waldeck gets taken out. So, looks like the Legends are just holding up with 4 players at this point. So it's 4 on 3 against one of the top teams in the world. Maroons are really struggling here. Ace takes out Shaz. Back at red base. There's not much action happening. Snoopy's hanging around too, so the Legends have got 5 floating around in defence. Not much chance for the Maroons here. A few minutes into the game now. Shaz gets tagged on the way in by Trigger. In comes Cans, gets tagged. They're having trouble even getting to the base doors at this point. So Finland are moving in on red base. They know there's an opportunity to take it. Looks like Eero Senin now. Jugas covers him, and they've got 2 hits on it. So looks like Beefy's pushed into attack now. So the Maroons have gone 5 men in attack now. Butzer's come in as well. He's taken out Slick. Got Trigger Happy. Okay, so the Maroons are in. No, Slick's still up. He only got stunned. And Yor takes out the red base. So Finland have 3 base destroyers on red. Looks like red's empty now. It's going to be an empty base for this game. Maroons have gone aggressive. They know that they need to do something drastic here to catch up the other 2 teams in the final series. And it's 5 on 5 here now. Legends versus Maroons. It's pretty hectic, and the Legends doing a great job here, just holding them up. Shaz gets stunned at the door. And looked like the Legends have sent 1 out. They've sent Ace out to have a quick look at red base. It's still coming up. It's 30-second reset time. And Finland haven't gotten back to get their next player through yet. So the US players, here they come. And Ace was in position to take them both out. And the base comes on. Perfect timing. So, bit of an error there by Finland. If they had somebody in position earlier, they would have taken that base. And the US Legends have managed to sneak out and take one of the base destroyers off them. So the battle continues at green base. Maroons still can't get into green. So the Legends in a good position here. They've got a lot of field points. So games looks like it's going to be a high base game because one team is dumped. Okay, Beefy's taking shots on the base. Cairns is covering him, and they've got the first base destroy. Alrighty, so Beefy's holding position inside the base. Trigger Happy takes him. Gets stunned on the way in. No. Beefy holds his position. Beefy takes Trigger. Got Bulldot under the base now. And the Maroons is taking position, so they're starting to get a roll on now by the looks of things. Punisher pops in the back of the base. So their base has gone down, so Punisher's pushed out to see if he might be able to get a hit on red base. And Finland don't look like they're... Yeah, they're still there. But the US are well positioned, so Punisher takes the base. The US Legends now have 2 base destroyers on red and a lot of tags back at green. So looks like now the Maroons have got the upper hand. They've got 5 in green, and the Legends have pushed out to start hitting red, so they should be able to get a roll on here, the Maroons. Beefy comes in. He's already taken the base. Shaz is stunned, but he'll get into position. And now it's his turn to get the base. So Maroons take another hit on green. Bulldot's under the base there, holding. And in comes... Looks like Trigger Happy and Slick there. So the Legends are happy to let the Maroons rotate their base now. That's Snoopy at the middle wall. Okay, so Trigger takes the base and he heads out. So whilst the base is down, they're pushing out to get red. It gives the Maroons an opportunity to get a head start on green. So here's Jugas from blue now. Jugas from the Finland team is poking around just to see what's happening. And it looks like the Maroons are moving now. They've got 3 base destroyers on green. They've moved. Back at blue. Not much action happening at blue now. Here come the Maroons. So the Maroons are into the base. Shaz takes the base. On the first wave they take blue. That was good from the Maroons. So they're starting to get a roll on now, the Maroons. Looks like they're going for a base race game. So this is Snoopy taking the empty red base. No problem at all. So Finland have 3 hits on red. And now the Legends have 4. And they've got a lot of tags. So the Legends are in really good position here. They've sent Trigger Happy back. Oh, look at that. Mad Cans comes in, takes out Trigger Happy, takes the base. So whilst they're waiting for the base to reset at blue, Cans has burst out to green and got his hit on green. So the Maroons now have 4 on green. There we go. And Slick's turn to get red base. So that's the Americans done on red now. And Finland still need a couple of hits on red. And looks like they're leaving a player behind to hold them up. Now they're back in defence. So they're a bit behind here, the Finns. They haven't hit green at all. And they've hit 3 hits on red base. And the other 2 teams, the Maroons and the Legends, are getting a roll on the bases now. So they're managing to hold the Maroons out here though. Maroons have only got 1 hit. Okay, Wolverine's stunned. Bulldog comes in and doesn't quite get all the defenders. Gets a couple of them. That's Beefy coming in the door there. Gets stunned again. And gets tagged. So I've got Hemu there. Wolverine at the bottom there of the screen. And Hemu taking the top door. Beefy setting up to try and get him out. Just holding position, being patient. Keeping his attention. He keeps his attention on him, he doesn't know what's coming in the other side. So he's got him again. So Hemu's taking the cookies so far in that battle. Wolverine's been stunned. Here comes Waldot. Okay, so green base is empty at the moment. In comes Jugas, wins his standoff with that player being Trigger Happy. So they've just got 1 behind at home at the moment, the Legends. Happy to concede a couple of base destroys. And, oh, good work by Wolverine there. Dodged out of Bulldot's shot, and Mad Cans takes the base. The Maroons now getting a little bit of a roll on in blue. They've got 2 base destroyers in blue and 4 in green. Okay, now they've got the inside of the base. They've got Shaz on the bottom door and Bulldot on the right door and Beefy under the base. So they should be able to lock it down from here. They should be able to get a base destroyer or 2. Blue team realise that they're behind on bases and that the Maroons have locked their base out. So they need to do some catching up. We're over halfway through the game. Beefy's taken the base now. Okay, so yours head out to blue. To green, sorry. And he takes the base, so they've got a couple of hits on green. Okay, here they come now. They're going aggressive now, the Finns. They know they've got some catching up to do. So it looks like Wolverine's... He missed a shot on the base and then he gets stunned by... Looks like Ace, and Ace has denied him. That's a pretty important deny there. So green are happy just to hold the Finland team out of red for the time being. They know that the Maroons are going for a 10 base game, and that once they've got their base, they'll come back and defend their own base. So the Americans are just holding them up there. Now Slick's come back. Hemu hesitates, probably could have taken the base. Slick takes out Wolverine, but gets tagged by another one of the players. Looks like Hemu's putting tags into the base now, and takes the base. So they're getting a bit of a roll on here, Finland, but they're behind in the base race. Looks like Butts' turn to get the base next. Puts a shot into the base, another one, that's it. So that's all the Maroons on blue now. It looks like they're leaving. So they've got 9 hits. They've just got to get Butzer through green base, and they'll be on a full rack of 10, and then they can attempt to hold the other teams out of bases. Now the Legends don't have any hits on blue yet. So can the Maroons hold them out of blue? There we go. So there's a blue player inside the base. Gets taken out by Mad Cans. That's Wolverine. Wolverine gets taken out. Butzer's in now. 2 shots. And Butzer gets his destroy on green. So that's it. The Maroons have got 10 bases. Now it comes down to how they position themselves around the arena to try and hold the Legends out of blue and Finland out of the bases that they need. So Yugas is back now. Now it's time the Legends know it's time for them to get blue base. Now the Maroons have left. So they take their first hit on it. So Snoopy's got the base. Now they've moved in numbers here. There's a few of them there. Maroons have sent Bulldot back to try and hold the Legends out. Jugas is there. Yours there. So can the Legends get this base? They'll need this base. They're not going light on. They're stacking the base. They've got 3 or 4 players there by the looks of things. Punisher comes in. 2 shots, 3 shots on the base. There's at least 4 Legends there. So they're not taking any chances here. They know if it goes to a 10 base game, they'll be in a good position. That even if they get a score close to first, with their first 2 games of the grand final being strong games, that should give them enough points to get the victory. And the Maroons have got, it looks like 3 players at green holding the Finland team out. So 4 players. So it looks like the Maroons are just following the Finland team around now. Mad Cans and Butzer holding green base. Finland are in trouble. They're going to have 2 teams on their back pretty shortly. Okay, Hemo takes shots into red. He's got his red base. So it looks like both teams are happy to concede red. Bulldot's still trying to hold the Americans up in blue. With 4 players there, it's going to be very difficult. Okay, the Finland team are trying to get into green base, but there's too many Maroons there. They're going to have a lot of trouble getting into that base. It's getting towards the end of the game now. There's a couple of minutes left. It's Hemu. Jugas. Mad Cans gets them both. But they're queued up at the door now. They know they're in trouble. Body language is demonstrating that they know they're in a little bit of trouble here. So they go back, they get their extra hit on red base. Looks like Wolverine. So they've got their red base hits. Alrighty. And the Legends have all rotated through blue now. So the Legends have pulled back to green base to help defend. So both the Legends and the Maroons are following around the Finns now. The Finns are going to have a lot of trouble getting their last couple of bases. Butzer doesn't get comms. Wolverine tags him in the back. Wolverine's waiting under the base, but he's nervous because he knows there's a lot of players around, as he should be. Slick takes him out. Slick's back in. Puts a stun Slick and leaves him in there, knowing that he's going to defend his base for him. It's getting really close to the end of the game now. Slick's back at green. Maroons know that now the green team are back. They can push out and get a few more points and just follow the Finns around. They don't have to focus so hard on defending the inside of the base. See, there's red players up on the ramp, and that's the end of the game. So scores from the final game of the grand final. We've got the Maroons 44,455, Finland 39,968, and the Legends 50,995.